I'm doing a job today with the electric truck mount, no VLM for this particular job, and I'll show you what I got. I'm going to be cleaning 4 rooms, and I'm doing this job for the homeowner, but on behalf of the realtor that has it listed. So I'm doing the living room, the hall, and that's the room with hardwood, this room, and this room. So originally the realtor told me it was 5 rooms, but of course that one room has hard floor in it. And the problem with this house is it stinks. It smells like dog. It really doesn't have I'm really not smelling much of a urine smell, but it has a very, very heavy dog smell. And since I'm doing this job for this realtor, which sends me some business, I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum to try to get as much stuff out of the carpet before I steam clean it as possible. Normally on a job like this, I will have the homeowner vacuum, but this house smells so bad that it's gonna need for me to vacuum it to get the best results. And another thing, the realtor brought in an air purifier and an ozone machine to use after I get done cleaning. So I'm gonna be in contact with her in a few days, and I'm gonna see if, the status of this job and how much the cleaning helped with the dog smell and whether their air purifier worked. Because if there's still a dog smell, I may try to get them to let me do an ozone job in here. So I guess we'll just have to see how that goes. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get vacuuming. I'm not gonna show the vacuuming because I'm gonna do a long, thorough vacuuming, and I'm pretty sure, I know there might be some people that wanna see it, but it would probably end up being a long, boring video. So I'm gonna get everything vacuumed and then I'll show some of the cleaning. So I'm done vacuuming, and I decided to pull the bag on the sanitaire to see just how much crap I pulled out of the carpet. And I also want to mention that there was a cleaning company that came in and tidied up the house, and they vacuumed the carpet before I got here. So I ended up getting a good bit of dirt and hair out of the carpet. And I don't discount the importance of vacuuming at all. It is an important step before you clean. But like I said in other videos, it's not built into my price. I have no problem vacuuming any job, but it's going to be an extra charge because I charge a slightly discounted rate from the start because most of my customers would rather vacuum themselves. Okay, I got the water hooked up. So I'll go turn on the electric truck mount. Okay, I've got the 2 bedrooms done. This one definitely has some traffic areas. This is the one with the dual tissue holder setup. And I got this one done. There were a couple small issues in here. There's some wear right in that area right there. There was also some staining right through there, but it came up. And when I was hitting this with the hot water, it smelled to me like they had maybe used some essential oil, because when I hit this area right here, I could smell, I believe it was tea tree oil pretty heavy odor of it. So anyway, I've got the hall and the living room pre-sprayed, so I'm going to clean those next. And for my pre-spray, I'm using Grime Release Pro, which I use almost every hot water extraction job. I also have some 40 volume peroxide in it, and I'm using the Unbelievable Rids odor. Now for the back of the house where I've already cleaned, I'm not smelling any dog odor, but it's also heavily deodorized right now. And when I'm done, I'm gonna brush in a little more deodorizer into the carpet. All right, now that I'm done with everything, I'm gonna do the pet odor treatment. And my pet odor treatment is pretty simple. I'm using Unbelievable Rid's odor in the Spice Green Tea scent. I'm gonna spray that on the carpet and work it in with a grinding brush. I'm not gonna get into pricing and all this other stuff, but I have a very, very economic pet odor treatment, and most people, at least not in my experience, don't want to spend the money for things like subsurface extraction, which in this case, it wouldn't really matter anyway. But I charge a small fee per room to do the pet odor treatment, and I've had really good success with it. So I think I'll just show it in this room. There's no reason for me to show it in all the rooms. And I'm going to choose this one since it has the super awesome, extra elaborate tissue holder setup. I'm trying to get enough product down to do what it needs to do, but not oversaturate the carpet, because obviously dry times are always an issue, especially if you're dealing with pet urine or things that may tend to wick. So whenever I mix up my little 1 gallon jug of Rid's odor, it's pretty concentrated in here. So I don't need to put a ton of it down, because I've already hot water extracted the carpet and used the same product in my pre-spray. So this is more or less just a final layer to try to help mitigate any residual odors. And like I said earlier, I've had really good luck using the Unbelievable Rid's odor. And, you know, I'm not trying to rake the customers over the coals for a bunch of extra money on these jobs. So this is pretty much my go-to for odor control. And it works really good for minor to moderate odors. For severe contamination, it's probably not going to do the best. But if the problem is so severe that this isn't taking care of it, it may be a situation where the carpet needs to be replaced. Okay, the tissue holder room is done, so I'm going to get to working on the rest of these rooms. And that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. As always, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.